Welcome to Shhh, where we inspire and empower women to live their dreams. Today, our special guest is none other than the celebrities accountant, Miss Jen Smash, with 35 years plus of experience in her field, representing some of the most phenomenal entertainers in the industry. Trust me, you'll want to stay tuned.
Shh.
Hey, everyone. I'm your host, Sheena, aka Mrs. Trouble.
I am Monique, aka Big Guns Mo.
You may know that we normally do this in person. However, today we're doing this virtually so that way we can extend our reach and still bring you guys some awesome stories. And today we have our celebrities accountant, Miss Jen Smash.
Hi, I'm Jen Smash, and I'm a double amputee. Losing my legs, I thought my life was over, but I reinvented myself here in the Metaverse. Instead of losing my legs, I gained a new purpose in life. The Metaverse Horizon Worlds. Reinvent yourself.
She has represented some of the biggest names in the industry. Everyone from Biggie, Diddy, Lil Kim, Ursha Baby, Killer Mike, TLC. The list goes on and on, I promise you. Welcome.
Hey, how are you?
Thank you for joining us today. So I know you deal with quite a bit of celebrities in your field. I know you told me there was two that kind of stood out for you that kind of helped you develop this thought process of entrepreneurship. Can you give me a little bit more information about that?
Well, to be honest with you, everybody I dealt with was a true entrepreneur. I have to give much respect to a couple of them. Right now, I know this is not a good time to say his name, but I have to give him big ups, and that's, Sean Puffy Combs. He really was an extraordinary person, a true entrepreneur. I was there in the beginning, and he helped me change my game, basically. Make sure my T's were crossed, I's were dotted, and he was just not held to keep up with, but he was a challenge to keep up with all his ideas and situations. Another one besides everybody else, I don't want to say favoritism, but of course I must always give respect to the Notorious B.I.G. After he passed away, of course, I have to give much respect to Little Kim and Little C's, who believed in Big's dream and wanted to support what he wanted to do for me. And that's how I started my own practice with their blessings. Shout out to Killer Mike, who really stayed with me to the end till I couldn't do it anymore. He definitely supported me while I was losing my leg.
You were inspired again by Biggie after his passing, way after his passing, by going into the metaverse. So what was your process about that? Can you kind of shed a little bit more light, help me understand what the metaverse is?
Yeah, so I'm still learning about the metaverse.
Even with my experience, the little experience I have of being in there, how awesome that platform is. So how about we just go in there? How about that?
Looking forward to it.
Let's do it.
Got my headset.
Awesome.
Hey,
Okay.
what's up?
How are you? How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Welcome to the Metaverse.
Yes, thanks. This is so awesome. We're excited about this today. So, how you feeling about being here with us?
Oh, I am so excited to have you guys come into the Metaverse. I'm really excited about you guys giving us your input on firearms and safety, and I'm really excited to learn something today.
Great. And we're excited about learning a lot about what you have going on as well. Because, you know, we need all of this in the world, all this information. Ladies need to have everything that's going on with you. So we'll have a little fun first. And then we're going to get a little bit serious because we're going to dive into some of those life experiences.
Great. I look forward to it. Let's go.
All right.
Okay. All right, Jen Smash, here we are on lane 2, and we have in front of us right now a 6-cylinder revolver, 6 cartridge revolver. Well, first we want to go over safety because safety is paramount, right?
Absolutely.
So when it comes to handling a firearm, you want to ensure you're following the safety rules. So first safety rule is all weapons are always loaded. All firearms are always loaded. So essentially what that means is you have to treat the firearm as it's loaded, whether it is or not. It's a habit that you need to utilize every time you're handling the firearm because you want to handle it that way to make sure that you myelinate that information and your brain says, hey, every time I see one, I need to treat it like it's loaded. Always keep your muzzle pointed in a safe direction. And what that means is safe direction is the direction that has the least collateral damage. So for where we are right now, that's going to be the target in front of us. Our left and right lateral limits are going to be on each side of the lane. Obviously, we want to make sure whatever you shoot is hitting the target. The next safety rule is know your target and what's around and behind it. So ensuring that before you take your shot, that you're making sure that you're cognizant of what else is going on around, because we, again, do not want any additional collateral damage. As we're handling this, we want to make sure that we're following all the safety rules and keeping the muzzle pointed down range, which is towards the target, while we're shooting today. First thing we're going to go over is the marksmanship fundamentals. So we go over, you got grip, stance, aim, which is your sight alignment, your sight alignment and your sight picture, and then you have your breath control and your follow through.
All right.
So first thing is going to be your stance. You always want to have a stable stance, right? Your warrior stance is what I call it, your warrior stance.
Okay.
Right? And then you have your grip. You have a full firing grip. When you pick up the gun, you want to make sure with your firing hand, your dominant hand, right? You want to pick the gun up and wrap all 3 fingers around the grip of the gun. Your trigger finger now is going to be straight and high along the frame. Okay, and we do that to make sure that we're maintaining the safety rules. All right. And then it's going to look a little funny here, when you go and take your support hand to grip on the other side of the gun, what's going to happen is you are going to flag your firing hand, and you're going to take that thumb, you're going to put it up, and you're going to fit your support hand right into the nook of the firing hand where the grip is. And then for the revolver, you're going to tuck your thumb underneath the support, your support thumb under your firing thumb. Okay. That's going to give you a good grip. Revolvers have a little more recoil than your semi-automatic handguns. So that grip is going to be more productive to you as far as having a solid handle on the revolver. Does that make sense?
Yes, I think I'm ready.
All right, so that was your grip.
Yep.
Now,
Do it.
But we got to talk about side alignment, side picture. You know, those are the most important things out here.
Oh, Lord. That's right. Okay, let's go.
Yep, side alignment, side picture, and then your trigger control, right?
Okay.
So now, side alignment, side picture. So you have your front sight and your rear sight. These are the notch on the front is your front sight, and these 2 notches on the back is your rear sight, and you want those to align. So have you ever played chess? So
Not well, but yeah.
So you did. I'm with you on that one. I don't play too well either. My kids with my butt all the time. So the rook, it's like a castle.
Yes.
And it's even. So that's essentially what you're doing when you align your sights. You want to make them even across the top and equal height, equal light, meaning you want an equivalent amount of light in between the sights when you line them up with the target.
Okay.
When you line them up with the target, you want to focus on your front sight. The target will be blurry, but you still want to focus on your front sight. And why we do that is because as long as where your front sight goes, that's where your bullet goes. If you're not focused on the front sight and you're focused someplace else like the target, if your sights move, the likelihood that you see it got disrupted is minimal, right? You'll always have a shadow where it comes to the target. So you always want to focus on the front sight. You'll see that silhouette in the back, so you always know where your target is, but you always need to be tracking your front sight. Okay. For trigger control, you want to make sure your trigger press does not disrupt your sights. So when you're pressing your trigger, you want to ensure that you have a smooth draw to the rear with your trigger, and once you are drawing to the rear, you're going to come against some resistance. That's what we call the wall. All right, so once you're taking slack out. So all the mushy stuff that you get before you hit the wall is called slack. So you'll take the slack out, you're going to hit the wall, and then you'll smooth, steady press through the wall and until the gun goes off. Okay, so that'll be your trigger control. And your breathing, you're just a constant breathing through each shot. Once you take that shot, you're going to do follow through. With your follow through, what you're doing is just prepping the gun to do, and yourself to do everything you just did in the same process to prepare yourself to take the next shot.
Wow. I can't believe all that. I mean, jeez. Wow.
It's a lot into it. It's not just
lot.
picking it up and shooting.
Yep.
So if is anything that I said you want me to go over again, or did you catch everything?
No, I've got everything. Birth control, all that. Yes, I got it.
All right, go ahead and get that warrior stance on. Okay, proper grip on the gun. You're going to go ahead and align your sights as we discussed. You're going to take the slack out, press back to the wall, and then smooth, steady press to the rear.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, you're good. You did exactly what you were supposed to do. Now you just need to realign your sights, make sure that your sight alignment's there. So put the front notch in between the two rear notches and right below the red.
Low. Okay.
There you go. All right, shake it up a little bit. There you go.
All right.
Now align your sights. Hey, good
Did I
job.
get any points?
Sorry. Safety. There we go.
See what I'm saying? Thank God I'm in the metaverse.
All right, go ahead and get your warrior stance. Get a proper grip on the gun. Point a target. Align your sights. Front sight between the rear sights. Focus on that front sight.
Ooh, I got to
slack out. Press to the rear. Very nice.
No mas. Bam, 12 points.
That's how you do it.
That's what's up. Yeah. Don't mess with me, man. Don't mess with me.
All right, Gen Smash, this is the infamous Gatling gun. In the mid 1800s, this was used in the Civil War to do some great damage. However, instead of creating or wreaking havoc, we're going to go ahead and have some fun.
Okay.
All right. So when you grab the Gatling gun, you're going to take your dominant hand and grab the top of the Gatling gun. Where that and then once you're ready to lay some down, go ahead and press the button.
I didn't hit anything, huh?
So, you're shooting a little high, so you want to bring the tail of the gun up towards you and put the muzzles down. There you go. There we go.
There we go.
A little lower.
Dinner's ready. Dinner's ready. Let's go.
All right, so we're going to talk a little bit more about some more serious tip things. As we did a little bit of fun with the firearms, we also focused on safety and handling as well. But let's talk a little bit about you and the things that you've accomplished. As far as I know, accounting was your start out in your career.
Yes,
How did you start there?
Right. I'm originally from New York, and right out of college, I had my first accounting bookkeeping position in a practice down in Manhattan called EMM. And I did bookkeeping for the one and only Michael Eisner. I did his trust accounting. And after that, I went to V. Brown and Company, where I did accounting for Public Enemy, D'Angelo, Brandy, almost all the female rappers during that time, Little Kim, Foxy Brown, and was part of the beginnings of Bad Boy Entertainment and getting them all together. It was a wonderful experience. I met an inspiring rapper called Notorious B.I.G. And during that time, he is the one that lit my entrepreneur light. He asked me to really start my own practice, and I agreed after speaking with my husband and stuff. And unfortunately, about a month later, he was then killed. So I thought my entrepreneur dreams were dead, but Little Kim and C's, they all came over to the house when they were on tour. And they convinced me to go ahead with that dream that Big wanted. And I told them, like, look, I don't have a computer. I don't have a desk. You know, my car was messed up. And like the next week, they bought me all the necessary stuff to start my practice, plus gave me money for a new car. And that's when I started my own business for 20 years. I represented different aspects. Not only in the music industry, I represented some of the restaurants and other businesses, helping entrepreneurs see their goals and dreams. And I loved it. It was great experience. I had a lot of restaurants, so I never went hungry. So it was a good thing. But it taught me a lot and gave me a lot of inspiration. And unfortunately, I lost my first leg in 2016. And that kind of put a whole different perspective in my entrepreneur journey, where I had to really close my practice down. So then I lost my second leg, and it's all due to diabetes. I've been diabetic since I was very young, and I'm 56 now. But during that time, I didn't know where I was going to go. And I had to really dig deep down and rely on what's out there, what I can do. And I had the opportunity to find the Metaverse. I came in here to see the concert for Notorious Big. They were showing a concert, and I was like, what is the Metaverse?
Hold the sauce. I just have to go ahead and just point this out. So you started your entrepreneurial, journey with Big, inspiring that. Yes. And then you started out a whole new journey in the Metaverse because he inspired that.
Exactly.
What a connection.
Yep. And so in the Metaverse, I was in a concert with other people from around the world, everybody in the concert, and I'm seeing an avatar of the Notorious B.I.G. plus Little C's and the Locks, and I was blown away.
So that's really great. I'm so happy that you are learning things, or that you were even able to have this platform help you to learn some real life skills as far as firearms. I mean, we even seen progression just you shooting with us here at the range, the VR range, which is amazing.
Well, so thank you guys. You did a great job.
Yeah. So I know you have some new things that you're aspiring to do, and you started doing it right here in the Metaverse. Can you give us a little bit more insight on that?
Oh, yes. So I also have an entrepreneur course that is a 9-week course where I teach entrepreneurs how to start a business. I've launched over hundreds of businesses in my real time when I was working as an accountant. So I wrote a program and I brought it into the Metaverse, and I'm teaching now entrepreneurs how to start a business. from understanding your customer to understanding your taxes to creating budgets and performas and even how to position yourself to speak to an investor or a banker. So I'm running that now every fall and spring. But my passion now is I am building a meta amputee coalition where it is a world to help amputees come together to learn about their prosthesis because we get these expensive legs, and my legs cost about $57,000 together, but we need to learn the components of the leg. So we need to get tune-ups annually. And we have to check our feet to make sure they're not worn out. So there's different elements, your socket, your liners, they all need to be looked at and make sure they're put on properly, or else we hurt ourselves. So I want a world to be able to help teach that element to amputees. I'm also going to have information on where to get help, amputee coalition numbers, how to get to a group, all that important information. I'm partnering up with my prosthesis company, an OT therapist, a PT therapist, and my peer leader group to help with the creators here in the Metaverse, help figure out how to build the facility correctly and in compliance so that I can do the work and have somewhere that we can get together. Most importantly is allowing us to talk about our issues. We go through some mental situation when we're a double amputee. I'm not going to lie. It's not easy. I expressed to you that, you know, when I'm sleeping, I'm not sleeping with my legs, but if I have to go to the bathroom, I'm crawling to the bathroom. So we mentally have to go there. I'm also married for 30 years. So losing my legs is part of our sexuality. So speaking to other amputees going through the same thing was a game changer for me. And so I feel in here, which I found other amputees in here, especially this one guy called Jeff Lacey, and I knew something was wrong just by his spirit. It's amazing what you feel in an avatar when you're not even in person. This guy lives on the other side of the country. He lives in Oregon, I think. And I knew something was wrong. He was in a lot of pain. And what he was telling me, I knew something was wrong with his leg. I asked him to go to his prosthesis and tell him. And it found out that his leg shrunk and it fell deeper into the socket, which threw off his hips, which then gave him pain in the back. So after he found out, got a new leg, his spirits are different and he's creating beautiful work in here. So since I know I can do that in here, I'm looking to help any amputees out there. And I'm also going to be telling other amputees to come into the Metaverse. Hey, you might even reinvent yourself, make a living, or meet great people like you guys, and being able to go ahead and shoot some guns, run up the mountains, go to Paris, run from ghosts, you name it. We can do anything in here without using our legs. So.
Yes, that is really inspiring. And the fact of, you know, you're speaking of people who don't have the leg use like they may have at one point of time. Some may have been born that way. Some had some traumatic situations that happened that caused it to happen. But all ultimately ending in the fact that majority of people who are double amputee or one amputee, they may just choose to stay at home for mental health reasons.
Lots of times.
Or, you know, the ability is not there for them to get to places and do things they normally would do. So they most likely would stay at home. But here we are now talking about being in the VR and how amazing it is that you can actually travel in the VR. I literally used the VR as a tool when COVID first started and we had to do homeschooling for our children. I have all grade school kids, but basically we got the VR and we used it as a tool to maybe take them on field trips across the world to museums and things like that. It's not just about video games in here. The possibilities are endless. And thinking about those people who will be amputees to be able to make those connections with people they may have otherwise never met.
There's 2.1 million amputees in America, and that's 507 are losing every day. Amputees, 507 every day. So there are amputees at home just suffering because they can't really go out, and I say to those people out there that are amputees or have ailments in a wheelchair, that try the metaverse. Just try it. And I guarantee you'll see life a little bit different. It'll give you a spark. And I'm just grateful for it. So
definitely double as a support system. Coming together, networking, and just being able to talk to other people that are going through the same struggles you are, that are having the same thoughts and sadness, whatever it is that they're going through at the time. So being able to come together as a community, this is a great place to do that.
And there's plenty of the communities out there. There's military communities. There's elderly, which is, it's so surprising how older people, our grandmothers and grandfathers, the spouses are passed, the children are grown, they're home alone. Well, there's a thriving community in here of elderly people in their 80s and 90s. And the way they act in the real world, like old and arguing, they do it in here too. It's the funniest thing it's funny. But they are finding a community of people now, and they're not lonely anymore. It's a wonderful thing. The metaverse is really what you make of it, but it's really connecting a lot of people. And look, you guys are in Virginia. I'm in Atlanta. When would we ever meet big guns? I don't think we'll ever cross paths, but we're crossing paths in here. And we don't. And guess what? I'm in my bed. I'm in my bed, and when I'm finished, I can just take it off, and I'm still home. So we don't have to get in the car. We don't have to travel. I mean, it's a game changer. Corporations are looking at this for meeting with all the team salespeople. We have one company in the city of Adam. That's all they do is they purchase headsets for every salesperson across the country, and they come in the metaverse to do their meetings.
Oh, nice.
They're saving money. The bottom line, they're saving money.
Yeah.
Well, this is the future, guys.
One of the things I love about the metaverse, it helps me save time on getting ready. I mean, it takes me a few minutes to pick out what outfit I'm going to wear.
Listen, my avatar has more swag than I ever had. So, hey.
That's right. Yeah. It's a great place. I love it.
Yeah. All right. I think this concludes our conversation as to making sure that we can get out to our listeners and our viewers to make sure you guys are really just inspired and empowered. I mean, I don't know what other story would be. Just your life journey has been such an inspiration to me. I have learned so much just speaking with you, and I love speaking with you because you teach me so much.
Wow.
I've learned to understand a little bit more about the type of approach one should take when having a person that's an amputee around. There's a thin line between doing a little bit too much as far as helping too much versus a thin line of not helping enough. So I know you gave me an example before. You were out with a friend and they didn't think about holding the door for you. And it was one
that was my son. Can you believe
it? Be your own kids, boy.
It'd be my own kids. Yeah, they just don't think, they're just walking through and they think that you'll catch it.
But I had like crutches at that time. I didn't have a leg, so I had one leg, and you know, he just didn't pay attention. And boy,
yeah, just simple things like
simple
that.
things.
It just makes you think a little bit differently and see the world through a different set of lenses.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, I appreciate you giving. All right, so Jen Smash, can you tell us exactly how people can actually get in a hold of you?
Yeah, sure. In the metaverse, you can look me up under Jen Smash. I'm located on IG as Ortiz, Ortiz Smash. You'll know it's me because I have two amputee legs, and they are the Falcons on it. I love the Atlanta Falcons. Go Falcons. You know, I had to put that in there. And you can email me at vipentrepreneur@gmail.com. But I'm also located on LinkedIn. My profile's there under Jennifer Smash.
Okay. Well, you guys heard it. Definitely get in contact with this awesome woman. If you need any help with accounting, if you need any help with entrepreneurship, if you are an amputee community person, then definitely want to reach out to you to get some resources there. So we look forward to you guys reaching out and making great connections with Jen Smash.
Thank you.
Okay, Jen. So before we leave, we do have a new segment that we want to have you do here today. It's called Shoot or Shh. So the way this goes is we're gonna ask you some questions, and if you don't mind answering it, just go ahead and shoot the answer. If you do mind to answer it, give me a little shh, and we'll skip to the next one. Okay.
All right, I'm ready.
All right, so my first question is, what's the juiciest thing behind the scenes gossip that you've heard in your celebrity work?
I think the juiciest stuff is the Little Kim and the relationship with Little Kim and Chris and Notorious B.I.G.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'll be like, shh, but there was a lot of juicy about that.
Yes.
Yes.
Understood. All right, so question number 2. What's the most embarrassing thing that's happened to you in front of clients?
I was in Bahamas with Little Kim. We were out there, and you know, I was thinking I'm looking cute and stuff, and we were in the restaurant, and I just we were leaving, and I just busted my butt right there. Dress went all the way up, underwear's exposed. Woo! And Kim and everybody was just busting out laughing. It was so embarrassing. I mean, I never was seen the same again, but yeah, that was embarrassing because my whole underwear was showing. It was crazy.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I bet you thought
it was an ugly fall. Yeah.
Oh no. All right, so I got one more question for you. Let's see. Have you ever regretted a client you've taken on, and why?
Yes, a lot of them. Yes. Oh Lord Jesus, there was this one particular guy. He was a stylist to the stars, and I regretted really representing him. He just was morally not right. I'm not going to say his name, but he knows who he is. He used to dress Monica, the star, and a lot of others. So, yes, I regretted having him as a client.
Okay.
You know who you are.
Well, you guys got it here first. Shoot or shh. And Miss Jen Smash made it through. Go ahead, girl.
Yes, I did. Thank you.
So if you guys enjoyed what you've seen today, rather, definitely like, share, and subscribe. And we'll be sure to see you guys next time, okay? Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye.
Whew. That was fun.
That was great. I think I'm gonna go in by myself later.
Yes.